And that is definitely not the case for this athlete. Well, the one thing, like Catherine Bitchman-Pinard has, she's got good niwaza. We've seen that throughout the day. Makes her very dangerous. Shemesh, she's very, very strong. She's got the big uranagi take back. Tends to wait when her opponents turn their back, and then she then fires in with a good, strong attack, which is very powerful and very fast indeed. Will she be able to do that here in this final? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. At the moment, QUADROS has that right hand on the lapel. She's controlling the sleeve, and she's controlling the direction of this contest at this moment. It's the pace she wants, it's the grip she wants, and she is controlling what's happening right now. Unlike Shemesh, she is just taking second best. She really hasn't had an opportunity to even take two hands on her opponent as yet. She finds herself now in the niwaza and really struggling against this very experienced athlete from Brazil.
She may need a little bit of time out in the middle there, Inbal Shemesh, just to find a way past some of the gripping and movement tactics that, you know, Inbal Shemesh will have been on with quality players. It's not the first time that she's been on with a quality player. It's possible, however, that she just has not been on with QUADROS that often, and she's either completely new or fairly new to her, and she'll need a little bit of time to get used to it.
Well, like you say, I think the longer this contest goes, the better it will be for Shemesh. And here you have a Judo.
Quite
so
right.
this sort of evens it all up. QUADROS straight off that lapel once more, and Shemesh felt the danger, dropped to the ground as quickly as she could. Circling motion around her opponent, goes for the lapel grip. You see the right hand on the left lapel of Shemesh, and she's got that sleeve. Not for long though. Shemesh comes in for a Seoinage, drops underneath her, tries to open up with the feet, trying to take the attention from the Seoinage, but the Ouchigari's there, stumbles back Shemesh off the contest area. Well, if body language was anything, you can see QUADROS very stone-faced.
Always.
Always there. You couldn't tell whether she was in knots or anything with Biff Fair. And that is also another sign of a really strong world-class athlete. They learn to be able to control their emotions. Because it is part of percentages. That if you continue to look at your coach and you're flapping and you're trying to give the referee, showing them how to do their job, this means that you're really looking for extra help, in my opinion.
We were talking about how many times Shemesh would have been on with QUADROS. It's 4.
4 times.
And lost every time.
Well, there's always a time you can turn that around, isn't it? And as the years, when was the last time the...
Tbilisi.
Tbilisi, right.
Last week.
Last week. Oh, right. And then it was Paris.
Paris.
And then...
A couple of months before, Tbilisi the year before. So they're all fairly recent. You have to go back to 2019 to the first meeting at the Tel Aviv Grand Prix. So no excuses, I'm afraid.
No, not at all. But there's a nice Seoinage. Good effort there. Draws QUADROS down into the ground. Like I said, the longer this goes, the better it is for Shemesh, I personally believe.
Yes, I think so. I don't know why I think that, but I just feel it's better for her.
I just think it will build her confidence. Now there's a situation, she can look at her and go, do you know what? She's human. She's just like me. She's got two arms, two legs, and she's got a head and a shoulder. What makes her better other than age? And this is what it's about. Sometimes young athletes give too much respect and worry about what they've done in the past rather than what they're doing the here and now. But sadly, what you've got there...
Well, we're not sure.
We know they haven't given a score. It looked like a good throw from there.
Right, so...
I don't know whether it was a mate.
There is a rule that if the technique coincides with time, then you can score it.
So they're just going to check the time. And when
the gong went. This is the rule. A technique coinciding with time will be valid for scoring purposes.
And look at the clock. 0, 0, 0, 0. What do you think?
It sounded as though the gong had gone before she began the technique, but I can't judge that. They've decided that...
Well, they've replayed it, they can see it.
Well, what we'll get in the replay is the score.
Yes.
All that we can see is the score. It's unlikely that the scoring action took place in front of the scoreboard. That would be our only hope.
Yes.
If we could see the scoreboard. And if there's any movement into the technique, whilst there's still a second on the clock, or when it hits 0 and the gong is going off, then it's valid for scoring purposes. So it's quite a bit of leeway.
Yeah.
Because it takes a second to get in and complete the technique. So we have to go with the commission having looked at that and said that's valid for scoring purposes. QUADROS, Brazil. Here we go.
That's it.
It's just out of the shot, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
There is not going to be another shot with it in.
Oh,
but here...
Let's see there. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, that was the shot in the background with the clock.
Well, a wonderful Ippon Sienagi there. And that is perfection when it comes to timing.
Yeah, yeah.